This
Now,
conference will now be recorded.
yes, this conference now will be recorded. I forgot to record at the start, but it's not too bad because we only then talked about 5 minutes. So the SE100 has a built-in Z-Wave, meaning that all the integration with Z-Wave wireless devices, such as thermostats and door locks and whatnot, will now be able to do that from within without another failport, without another device. I think that's a very good feature. Um, it's actually the question has to come to you. Do you even use Z-Wave? Because I know a few guys who use Z-Wave for door locks and thermostats, stuff like that. But in my mind, it's always been more of an American thing. But is Z-Wave something that we in Indigo need to delve into? Or is it something that no one really uses and it's just a gimmick? Anyone? Andy, I see you waving, saying that you are using.
Yeah, I just ordered my SC100 at the beginning of the week. In fact, it's still in the box here, ashamedly. But yeah, I'm just getting hold of a load of Z-Wave stuff. Everyone in the States raving about it, and it's perhaps giving an entry-level set of stuff, or even like, we want to use Lutron and Rayco for lighting because it's brilliant. But then I want to add in various other bits and pieces, and it's allowing me to get a lot more of the automation in. So I'm just embarking on an experiment through it all.
Hmm. All right, very well. No, that's good. So it just gives you another avenue. So not just the big boys like Rayco and Lutron, but maybe a small light here and there that you don't need to get all those modules and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. All right. So unless anyone has any other questions about the SC100, like I said, it's just an improved G1. So with the improved processor, the serial port for RJ45, and the internal Z-Wave, it's a pretty good update. Hopefully we'll get the SC200 and the SC300, which will eventually replace the G2 and the G10. Now, unless there are any question, we'll move on. Now, the improvement for the surveillance is pretty straightforward. We have new cameras. Okay, so the new cameras will all going to be outdoor 4 megapixel with all the dome, bullet, and turret form factors. Now, what's new about them is two things. One, up until now, only dome cameras had the vehicle and person classification, meaning that if you had a turret, if you had a bullet, you wouldn't be able to create certain event maps based off of person, based off of vehicle. It was just motion detection and nothing else. The new update to Intellivision will allow us to the new turrets, new bullets to also get that classification. One more feature which has been very much asked for is motorized zoom. Literally auto zoom in and out from the Elan viewer. You can zoom into things. Pretty cool. Not going to be a full PTZ, that's pan tilt zoom, so we're not there yet, but we are getting into a nice little varifocal, automated varifocal that is. And to me, something that should have been from the start, just black color cameras, which is pretty cool. So that's the update for the cameras at least. Unless there are any other questions, we can talk about the Elan recorder, so the NVR. Basically, we have a new NVR coming up, which is going to be small form factor, not a big rack mountable, but something that can be mounted on a shelf or in structured wiring, so a bit smaller in form factor, and only 8 channels. Okay, so up until now, um, you will either go for 16 channels or nothing. Which of course for smaller systems, smaller number of cameras, not everyone has 16 different cameras in their system. So this NVR is definitely about creating a niche or catering at least to a niche of smaller systems. It's going to be of course cheaper. Around, I don't want to say prices right now because they're still being negotiated, but it's going to be cheaper than the 16 channel, obviously. The firmware update and the television update to the cameras and the NVR. That's nice, but it's not something that's too exciting. It's all about bug hunting. All right. Before we continue, so this was pretty much what we have for the new hardware. So we have the SE100, a new controller. Hopefully by I would say by ISC, we'll be able to get a little bit of glimpse on the SE200 and 300. It's going to be a brand new next generation of the Elan controllers, because they are definitely due an upgrade, and also the new cameras and the new HLN VR. Right, so unless there's any questions, we'll get right into the new theme editor. Now, this is probably a feature that's been asked for even before I started with Elan, so at least 3 years. Okay, that's literally creating your own little backgrounds. Now, I hope you can see my screen right now, and if you do, you see that on this Elan system, I just set up something of my own. A little, I think that's a Joker. Hey, Adam, welcome aboard. So yeah, like I said, welcome aboard. We're talking about the new theme editor, finally the ability to add our own images to the background. You can see a theme that I created myself, and it's super easy to do. You go to the settings page, configure the station themes, and alongside the brand new themes that everyone have, these are brand new, of course, an abstract blue if you want something nice. You also have a little preview, abstract green. You also have these themes. Now these themes, you can see them with the live. We currently have 2, but there's plans to have some more. These themes are actually animated, which is pretty cool, because you now have some animated backgrounds. And one more thing, yes, seasons is a cool theme because it changed by the season. So right now, because it's winter, we're gonna get, guess what? A winter background. But by winter, or by summer, by spring, by fall, we're gonna get new things over here. So it's very easy to just add a new theme. You can put in your these backgrounds that are available, or if you want, you can add your own background literally from your computer. Okay, it's gonna open up my file browser right now, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't wanna everyone make me wait for the browser. But here's something I've actually realized. You can actually create customized animated themes. All right, so not just a custom background, but a custom background with some animation. And that's actually pretty easy to do. What you need to do is, first of all, choose one of the animated backgrounds, either cloudy or dreamy, apply it, and from there on out, just create another theme, open up your own background, let's say theme 2, yeah, and you'll be able, and if it shows, yeah, there you go, I can use this right now, let's say this background, and I can choose which type of icons I want. Maybe, oh, that's nice, I'm gonna go with this. But I can make my background a bit more transparent. If I do it like this, I will probably see very little of the animated background, just the Captain America thing. But I can, again, lower the transparency, or even lower some red, green, or blue to really get a overlay of some color based over the image I uploaded, and if you really want to, some animated stuff before. So we can actually get both a customized background that you make and some and some animations before. Now, the animations are currently a bit limited. You only get the two, the cloudy and the dreamy. I'm going to talk about cloudy in just a moment. But let's talk about the background overlay. Of course, you have the scale to fit if the image is too large, or preserve aspect if the image is on the right background. Navigation scheme, so flipbook. It's kind of make all the tabs kind of look like tabs you can flip right and left through. Plan views, you have. I'll show you, in fact. Plan view looks like this with all the tabs here, and they are removed when you come in to specific tabs. Not this. And I can always, if I already created something, I can always just go back to re-edit it. Maybe I don't like the plan view, the quick system, which is all the icons in one go, or the classic, which you're all aware of, you'll know it. Just like this, okay, which is also very nice. Now you can see that you can barely even see anything in the background because I put the transparency as the lowest. But you can literally just do whatever you want. There you go. If I remove the transparency entirely, I'll be able to see the background image as well. And fonts, whatever font I prefer. There now we have a number of fonts we can choose from, which is actually quite cool. We haven't had that before. And the menu style, the button style, all these you can just play around with them. Especially I like the fact that you can really customize whichever color you want for everything. Okay, that's the accent for the icons. Literally the little background accent, the button text, what color the button is when it flashes when you press on it. Okay, so many selected when it's what's selected, what's not selected, and you can do it either like this or by going through specifically RGB values. So you can, work with a designer, maybe your designers yourselves, and if you know the exact RGB values of color, let's say we're at indigo, so this is indigo 6363055. So this will be indigo. And now every time the buttons flash, any toggle buttons, anything else, we'll see a flash of indigo. So I think it's really, really cool. You can really sink your teeth into these and get a theme that you enjoy, that your customer will enjoy, with picture background with their if we're talking about commercial, their company logo. If we're talking about residential, maybe their own hobbies. Maybe they're nerds like me, so they have Captain America, or maybe they have their own family pictures and everything. Click apply and you got it. And the cool part about everything, there you go, you have my Captain America with the animations at the background. And the cool part about, there you go, you see, flashes indigo. Okay. The cool part about this is that you can easily, and I'll show you how actually, easily go to the interface tab once it's actually going. And there's you go, new theme 2, export. That's all you need. Okay, you export the theme, and now you can use it again, import it to any other system, and you're golden. Before I continue, I've been talking a lot, but I'd like to hear you. If you guys played around with the theme editor, is there anything you liked about it? Is there anything you didn't like? Anything you found out that was very, very exciting, could make a huge difference to your systems right now? Not everyone at once. All right. Well, everyone's quiet. That's absolutely fine. I hope everyone can hear me. There's actually a chat message. Let's see the chat.
Yeah, hi B.
Yeah.
But Buzz, icon sets, are they something that we can create ourselves and load into our library?
Sorry.
Icon sets.
Icon sets. Yes, definitely. It's something you can add icons to your for yourselves. So it's a bit of a okay. I'll show you because it's a bit of a hack, but I know especially you guys at Avenue, you love stretching the UI side to the limit. So let me just show you what I mean. Do you see these system images over here? Right click to browse the image folder, and this is basically, of course, icons. Okay, all the icons. Now, what you can do, okay, this is a directory file of all the folders in Elan, or at least the ones we have access to them. You can go, for example, to the main over here, and it should be one of those folders. Let me find it. No, it's not here. 128. Yeah, there you go. So if you wanted to create your own icons, you can. And then what you do, climate, for example, you want to change it to a climate to something else. Okay, what you do is literally delete this. You can delete this and upload to the system. I can here. There you go. I can upload any file I want to this folder. The only caveat I would say is make it the same name, climate.png. Okay, and as far as the Elan is concerned, this is now the climate icon. Okay, so you can create your own icons. Now, of course, graphical requirements, I'll say a maximum of 128 pixel by 128 pixel, a PNG transparent background, but generally speaking, it's been pretty reliable. Adding those icons and changing them. So this is a way that a lot of installers are using to customize their system. Did that answer your question, Daryl?
Yeah, big thanks, B. Carry on, buddy. Thank you.
No worries at all. No worries at all. I have one more thing I want to show you, of course. Let's see what's up here. Why can't I log in? Why can't I press my buttons? There you go. So in the main tab, this is something that wasn't expanded upon in the release note, but something that I think is very cool is the fact that you have those 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 your customized tabs. Okay, so we're not just with home, security, lighting, climate, but we have our own tabs as well. Now, these tabs, you have their types. So you can set up, so it's a calendar tab. Let me just, I don't think I can see it right now. Let me just go to my station and add something to the, add some random page so I can see it. Right? There you go. Shades is now calendar. Or, again, go here and change it to power. Go back to there you go. The actual, you can see here, I hope you can see here, at least I'm going to put it on the center of the screen. Now it changes. And the cool part about it is that it changes based on the icon set. So if the icon set changes, if you're on another theme, for example, a theme where the icon sets are orange or blue or whatever, it changes based on that. Because you have, of course, the icon sets. All right, there you go. Let's see whatsoever. There you go. You have a weather sort of icon. Now, of course, this isn't the only thing. We can actually customize it. This is, we can select another icon. Let's say alarm clock, for example. Okay. There you go. Now we have an alarm clock here. So you can always just do your own icons, but using one of these options, one of these types will allow you to make it so that regardless of the icon set, regardless of the theme, regardless of everything, that tab makes sense. That tab looks like it belongs. Let me see. Okay, Andy says that he lost my audio. Can anyone else hear me?
Yep, loud and clear over at Avenue team.
All right. I'll just chat him that it's just you. Okay, so where were we? Over here, the custom tabs. Now, of course, I can rename them whatever I want, and I have 4 custom tabs to play around with and really do what I want. Okay, I know a lot of systems that use them as a PDU central. Then they will probably use the power, maybe some tabs for shades, the garage, everything really. Okay, I use in my home system a big tab for just for calendar. Okay, so we'll just call it a calendar and put in a big calendar for me to see what's going on my system. Any questions so far? All right, brilliant. Something else that I noticed that a lot of people aren't aware of, and this is something that you definitely want to take a look at. You see this language node here in the system tab. This is a great way to customize pretty much whatever you want. This is how we're able to, if you have customers that speak foreign languages, for example, we have Elan actually has, I will tell you, Elan actually has Chinese, French, Italian, Russian, Spanish, and Swedish files already in the GTools library, and you can import them through here, through the import, and create your own translated system. Okay, literally just everything in Swedish, everything in French or Russian or Italian or whatever. And I'm sure other people have other languages as well. It's definitely something we can share. But let's say you want to change just something small in the system. You can see here there's the English, the context, and the translation. Now, something that's very, very good to you is to find, after you've, of course, clicked by sort by context, you'll find the main tabs over here. So a lot of guys, they don't want the video, they want to see CCTV. So like you see here, I have CCTV, I don't have video. Out of the box, Elan will show you a name called video, but we don't want that. We want something that makes sense to our British ears. So I just changed it from video to CCTV. That's pretty simple. Let me change climate to heating control, for example, if something that makes more sense to you, and apply. Let me just leave it to apply before I do anything else. It's just one thing Elan doesn't like. It's being interrupted while it's thinking. So let me try that again. And I do implore you to just play around with it, okay? Heating and cooling, for example. I do implore you to play around with this system. You can always reset it back to English. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But you can really change all sorts of languages. Anything, any piece of text within the Elan, you will find it here. I promise you. Okay, everything from, if you can see something here that's so cool, but if not, that's absolutely fine as well. Literally every piece of text in the Elan system can be found here in the Elan UI, not the configurator. Configurator never changes, always English. But on the UI, if you want to change some stuff up, you might be able to find it somewhere here, maybe based on the context, maybe even sort alphabetically. And there you go, heating and cooling, right? Right here, instead of just climate. Okay, so you can change whatever you want. I can change the text for main menu. It's pretty easy. Let me find main menu. There we go, main menu. Let me change it to not main menu. You'll see what I'm on about. There you go, not main menu. It's very easy to do. It's free text, and you can put whatever you want with it. So I'm hoping I'm giving you all the tools you need and you want to really customize your system, not just the way the UI works, not just the themes, which are amazing, of course, but also the text in the Elan stuff. Again, any questions? All right, I'll take that as a no that everyone was clear. So thank you for your kind listening and that you're such good listeners. Let's see, what else do we have here on the new stuff? Yeah, we talked about that. Screensaver, not much to talk about it. Literally all the touchpads, you can set them up with screensaver. It shows the weather, the clock. It can show the calendar as well, which is very nice. Otherwise, it's not very interesting. The Elan night mode. Yeah. Ooh, Elan personalization. Yeah, the source favorite is actually something very cool. Let me find. All right. So, there you go. Let me find. There you go. Okay. So it's done. So up until now, when we looked at our media tabs, our media zones, we only get our sources and that's it. We can see the Sky Q, we could see the Sonoses, we can see the Elan duets, but that's about it. If we wanted to go to our favorite playlist, then of course we need to go into, let's say, Sonos, go to favorites, and only then get to it. That's 3 more clicks no one really wants. So instead, Elan created this cool little feature where through the heart, you can actually add your own favorites to the main menu on the zone. Okay, no need to get into Sonos, no need to get to there you go, Yamaha Musiccast. If I wanted, I need to go to my Spotify or to my Napster, to my Deezer or whatever. Okay, no one wants that. No one cares about that. We want something quick. Your customers, they definitely want something quick, something easy, and they're not as tech savvy as us. So this is such a great feature where you can just set them up. Okay, you want your favorites, your favorite radio station, your favorite playlist, your favorite whatever, and say, oh, instead of going into your devices. I mean, look at Yamaha Musiccast, for example. This is confusing if someone was here for the first time. Okay, someone looked at it for the first time. They don't know what to do. Like, how many buttons are there? So instead, one zone, media zone, everything is already there. I want my Q radio, Greater Belfast, absolutely great station. I go here, press on it. Well, obviously, these devices aren't live, but you know what I mean. Okay, I can just do it like this. Cool FM, for example, another Belfast radio station, and press the play button, and there you go. Any more questions about the source favorites? All right, cool stuff. Let's see what else is new on Elan 8.4. Yes. Yes.
Going back to favourites.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is, especially on lighting, when I've created some lighting scenes, although you can name the lighting scene the name that you want to give it, on our interface, it keeps jumping back to kitchen lighting scene 1. It doesn't seem to copy the name across.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's part of the new flyouts on the touchpads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a bit hard for me to show, but actually, I'm currently working on a video to show all these. But if you are having trouble with it, I would love to give you a call and see what's up with that specifically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because it's just a bit hard to show it here on the screen share because I can't really share the touchpad. So it would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we may have. I already have a video in the works, literally showing me playing with the touchpad on my desk and give it all the thing. Yeah, you're definitely right. There is another step you need to do on the favorite on the lighting scene favorites to make it actually work as much as you want.
Okay.
Just like with media, have you noticed that if you try to add media, it won't appear on the flyout settings, or maybe just me. But yeah, it took a while to understand exactly how to set it up. So I'm happy to give you a call later.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Yeah, any more questions about favorites? Anything at all we talked about? Brilliant. Okay, so I want to do something else for a moment. Let me just close this down for a moment. Show you, of course. Let me change. Oops, sorry. Okay. All right. So remember the theme, the cloudy theme we talked about before, the clouds, the animated stuff. Let's apply it. Okay. So I actually changed it. Okay, from clouds and cloudy nice to as you can see here, some images about islands and water and stuff like that. This is a bit of a hack that I found. We were able to replace the files that are used in the cloudy tab and change our own stuff. And it's basically, this theme is basically two images overlaying one another in animation again. If you are looking to do a bespoke, customized, animated background, uh, more than happy. Give me a call and we'll discuss how to go about this. Again, it's a bit of a hack, a bit need to go into the internal files of the Elan system. But once you do, once you're able to find the actual um, files that are meant to animate the cloudy theme, you can change them up, literally give them the same name as those files, but replace them with something else. And you can see here, I create my own bespoke animated background. And think about how we can set up, your customers' family's images, okay, their family photos overlaying one another with some sort of animation. I think it's going to be very cool. Happy to try it out with your systems. Again, a bit of a hack, but I want to show it to you because it's definitely something that I found out is possible and it's very helpful. Folks, that is pretty much us. Oh, well, no, actually, it's not us. I want to give you another update that I have found that might be helpful to you. All right. Do you see this? I hope you all see this. This is actually a new UI, a new UI interface from the Elan app that will allow us to have a more reliable calls. When someone calls the intercom to your phone, sometimes it wouldn't work so well, especially on iPhones. This is the new UI that Elan is made. So I do urge everyone to make your customers upgrade both their Android and the iPhone apps for Elan. And if you can, let me know if there are any improvements to being able to answer calls from Elan intercoms or intercoms in the Elan station. So very excited to have this because up until now, iPhones, I'm sure most of you know, iPhones have been very difficult to set up in regards to answering calls from Elan intercoms. Very difficult. So I'm very much hoping that this update finally fixed that issue. So I urge everyone to upgrade their apps on the Google Play Store, on the App Store, stuff like that, and make sure that your apps are fully updated. All right, this is me talking for about 45 minutes, and I think it's been enough. It's there's not a lot to talk about the 8.4 because the upgrades haven't been, too many upgrades, but the quality of them, the fact that now we can able to really customize the backgrounds of themes, create our own themes, and all the other updates I've seen so far, it's been really, really helpful. So now really the stage is yours, as they say. I would really like this this webinar to be a open forum for your questions, for your ideas. So yeah, go on, Paul.
So on the web, on the app, are we still getting 8.4, or is there a new one due?
On, you mean the app?
Yeah.
The iPhone and Android app?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still going to be the same app, just with an upgrade. Yeah, it's not going to be like a new Elan 8.0 app. It's going to be still this app is, I would say, still here with us. No promises made, but I think it's going to be with us for Elan 9 as well. But we'll see when we'll burn that bridge when we get to it, as they say. But it's just an upgrade so far. It's not a new app, so to speak.
Okay. So the update's been done in the app itself. So we need to
Yes.
delete the app off the phone and then re-download it. Yeah.
No, not really. You can just go to the Play Store or the Google or the App Store, where if you have Google or if you have Android or iPhone,
Do an app
and just update.
There's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
available.
Sorry?
All right. Well, I'm just checking mine, mate. There's none available on mine.
Okay, let me see 1 second. And US, yeah, so it should be, yeah, should be long ago. Do you have an iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
iPhone. So if you can check up your app version.
Let's have a look. 8.4.9.4.4.
Yeah, that should be it. So I think it's already updated.
Right. Well, that intercom doesn't do that then.
No. Okay.
No.
You don't see.
Before.
Yeah, you don't see the new UI. Okay, that's good to know. So that's good to know, because we've been told that it might fix the issue, but I desperately wanted the info from the field, so to say. I'm myself, I'm an Android user, but I'll have to find an iPhone somewhere, probably from Craig, because he's pretty much the only one with an iPhone, and we're going to do some testing, because it's fixing that issue with the iPhones and the intercom's been way overdue.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, my good friends. Again, the stage is yours. Do you have any questions, any ideas, anything you'd like to discuss, to talk about in this open forum? All right, I'll take that as a yes. Daryl, anyone from your team, the engineers? All right, I'll take that.
You know the web now, mate. When are you going to put it available for us to view? Just that I had a phone call come midpoint when you were doing.
No worries. Yeah.
About 5 minutes.
No worries. ASAP, really ASAP. The moment they will end the webinar, I'll render it and put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
So really ASAP. All right. So last call, good friends, before we end this webinar, and thank you very much for taking the time. I know everyone's busy, but thank you very much for taking the time. Last call, going once, going twice. Any questions, any insights, anything you'd like to say?
Did I miss much at the beginning? I jumped in about 1/4 past, Boaz. Sorry for being late.
No worries at all. Not much. We discussed basically at the start of the webinar, we discussed the new hardware coming out. So the Elan SE100, that's the new and improved G1, same price, better performance. with its own built-in Z-Wave and RJ45 port for RS-232.
Yep.
And the new cameras that they're all going to have vehicle and person detection. They have automated zoom, so you can zoom in and zoom out from the Elan viewer, and they actually come in black, which is something that's been way overdue, a feature. And the last thing on the hardware was the 8-channel NVR.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
And
yeah.
what about the price point of the cameras? Have they dropped at all, or are they still up there?
I believe they're still I believe they're still around the same price, but like I tell everyone, I mean, we do Hikvision as well. I can see the enormous difference in price between even Hikvision, which is low end, not in quality of course, but in price, and Elan. What Elan offers is of course something that no other control system even offers. All the personal vehicle detection, all the events, all the various features. Let me just find something to show you.
Well,
Go on.
going on the camera systems, have the cameras got analytics built into them then? Are they actually an analytic camera rather than a bog standard CCTV camera?
What do you mean? Sorry.
The cameras, are they analytic cameras now then? Because you've got analytics for people and vehicle detection.
Yes.
Are they set up so that they can actually recognize a person from an animal, like a proper analytic camera?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. That's the point of it.
That brings the prices back in line. Because if you look at Hikvision's analytic cameras, you're looking at they're a lot more expensive than the IP cameras.
Yeah, definitely. This new update, the new cameras are going to have everything. Right now, only the domes have the analytics in them. You can see if they're a vehicle, if they're a person. In fact, let me show you. You can go right now. I have both an Elan camera and a Hikvision camera here. 1 second. And there you go. Here's my Elan camera. You can right click and create an event map, create a macro for motion, but also for person and vehicle. So if I want, if I want to turn on the lights only when there are vehicles, turn on the send a push notification to my phone when someone comes up my house, but I don't want, some deer or some animal to prompt me with a push notification. All I need to do is choose person instead of motion. So yeah, the analytics are definitely there. And new update, new camera is going to have all the form factors, bullets as well, and turrets, which has been asked for.
Those deers in Belfast, mate.
Sorry?
I said you got to watch those deers in Belfast. Would you? Is there any way of getting the information from the analytics? So, is there any way of seeing like counting of people or deer that may come past vehicles?
Well,
I'm thinking more commercial based, so counting people in and out.
Yeah. In that case, that's actually a very good question. So in that case, I would actually say counting. Let's call this. Yeah, let's call this this event map counting people. Okay. So I'm going to go here back to the event map. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something pretty simple. Okay, there you go, my counting people. I'm also going to create a variable, say how many people. And the value is 0. And if I go here, variables, how many people, change it by +1. Okay? So basically, every time person detected, the how many people variable is just a variable, can have any name, goes up by 1. Okay? Maybe by end of day, maybe by 9 o'clock, you have another event map that resets it back to 0. So next day, you're good. And then I can go here to any of the, let's create a very, very simple home page. I can create a very, very simple home page. that if I, there you go. Let me just show to you what I'm doing. It shows me how many people. Okay. So right now, let me just really quickly go here. And let me open up my viewer again because I closed it. No, not this one, but this is very nice. There you go, 0. Okay. If I want to, let's give it a 2. Let's say 2 people were detected. There you go. It's 2. Okay, I can have a little text just above it say how many people were detected or stuff like that. So yeah, there's the event map is such a powerful tool. You can do all that stuff definitely. Okay, so it's not, I would say, it's not traditional people counting, because with stuff even like the high-end Hikvision stuff, you can set up a line, of course, and to count how many people have entered, how many people have exited. So yeah, definitely there's a place there as well. But with Elan, we have some very powerful tools of getting it working. And I would say, yeah, standalone, these cameras and NVRs, yeah, the price is ludicrous. It's not good enough. But putting it with Elan, with the Elan app, and what the Elan app can do and what you can do right now. Listen, I created this map, this page in 10 seconds or 15 seconds. The price comes from what you can do with the Elan app. All right, so I hope I answered the question.
That's good. Thanks, Boaz. Cheers for that.
No worries at all. No problem at all.
Is any of that new user functionality upgradable onto existing systems?
What do you mean?
On the cameras, on the camera side of it, and I get the camera won't have the analytics built in, but can you create other event maps from there?
Yeah, you can create with the domes. Yes. So dome cameras will give you. 1 second. Let me, because I'm logging remotely. With the dome cameras, you get these options: motion detected, person detected, vehicle detected. If you have a bullet or a turret camera, you only have this option: motion detected.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This, of course, this Gen 1 cameras. The next generation cameras, everything, turret, bullet, dome, they'll have all these options, these analytic options. Yeah.
Okay. Just that the interface looks a lot easier than last time I worked on it.
Yeah, they keep revamping it. I mean, you can see the firmware is now, it used to be 5.1, now it's 5.2, 11.4. The NVR, I'll be the first to tell you, the NVR when just first came in was not reliable at all. Okay, it would fall down so many times. But this latest firmware, the 1.0.86, and the one before it, the 1.0.78, was very good. It's really been very helpful for us, and it's been very reliable. So I see only good things to come out of the Elan system, of the surveillance.
Okay.
All right. All right, good friends. Unless there's anything else, I'm more than happy to talk to you until Kingdom comes. I know it's Friday, I know everyone wants to go home, but if you have any more questions, anything you'd like to talk about, now's the time. I'm all ears, really. I always enjoy answering questions, talking about that, because you know what, Adam, this has been an amazing query I've never even think about for people counting, and you saw that in a matter of 10 seconds, I found a way to get it to work. So definitely.
I was just thinking though, the issue we have is we'd have to find a way of actually dividing it by 2, because you'd get the in, and then it would count the person out, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, you might want to divide by 2, or create some sort of timer so that you only detect someone every minute or every 50 seconds. So counting how many people are in the building, no, I wouldn't rely on that. But just
No.
counting how many detection events, whether it's people, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's motion in general, yeah, you can see how easy it is to do and to display on the UI, which is, I think, more important than anything.
But it's right. I was just thinking for a retail project, you know, just being able to
Of course.
for them to be able to see the amount of people that they're getting through their door, and sort of linking that with new digital signage and stuff like that, you know, just to so yeah. I like the 8.4 being able to add people's logos in as well, would just help bring it across more onto the commercial side as well.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any ideas for a commercial? I would love to hear.
Not at the moment, but it's obviously for the high end sort of corporate ones, and we're definitely not there yet. But yeah, for some of the smaller offices, putting a LAN system in and being able to use the CCTV and get their logos up, etc., and branding it all, yeah, would be
Yeah.
great. But I will keep you informed on the next one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So so I'm just showing you here just the timeline of the Elan camera. This is something that you're more than welcome to say that I'm wrong, because but as far as I know, Elan is still the only control system that has that built in. I mean, this is pretty standard for Hikvision NVRs, for example, but the ability to have a timeline with this little green and white lines showing both motion for people or just motion in general, and an event list, okay, with thumbnails. Okay, I can say, ooh, I have a person here. Let's see, 1242. That's me. Okay, there I am, right there. Don't know what I was doing. Probably trying to get off work. Boldness, terrible.
Is there any object removal in the
No,
setup?
no object removal, no unclaimed baggage at the moment. What we do have is, of course, if I go right now, first of all, privacy masks. As you can see here, this is a privacy mask, this black dot over here. And we also have
tripwires in there?
not tripwires per se, survey areas. Okay, so you can see here that motion is only detected on the red areas. I can choose to ignore these or paint here. So now motion will only be detected in the upper section over here and the lower section over here, but nowhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, this is a pretty standard thing for for the Dauha, for Lilin, for Hikvision. The fact that it's built into the Elan app, to the home control app, where you have this, but also all of these. This is where the price point is. Okay, this is what your customers are paying for.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the integration like with Hikvision?
Hit and miss, definitely hit and miss, I would say. You can see here I have a Hikvision camera right now. Works absolutely fine. You can see it right here. The integration with the Elan NVR is not the best. Something I still need to look into it, because you can see it's recording, but doesn't show the recording. So this is actually something I've noticed only this week and started troubleshooting, understanding why that is. This is still work in progress. Okay, but the integration itself to Elan requires you to look into the camera itself, enable the OnVIF, because the OnVIF protocol is not enabled out of the box, and set up a few more things like the OnVIF settings, stuff like that. But generally speaking, it's okay. I'd rate it as, I'd give it 2 stars, maybe 3 if I'm lucky.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
Brilliant.
Thank you,
Right.
sir, for your help with this. It's been good.
No worries, no worries. I hope this was good for you and you've enjoyed. Ben, hi, how you doing, Ben? Can't really hear you, but I'm afraid we're just about to finish. Yeah, sorry about that. But there's a recording, so I'll send everyone the recording and you can check it out. Ben, you just came in, but do you have any questions? Anything you'd like to discuss? Anything burning on your mind at the moment? About 8.4, about general? You're muted. Ben, you're muted. All right, I think you're muted or your microphone's not working, but yeah, okay. Or just you can just leave, that's fine. Good friends, unless you have any more questions, we'll wrap this up. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend, and that will and happy to hear from you if you have any more questions. Email, phone, I'm always available. WhatsApp, most of you are in the WhatsApp group anyway, so you know I'm always active.
Thanks,
All right.
Boaz.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Boaz. Cheers.
No problem at all. Thank you guys for coming. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Boaz.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Boaz.
Yeah, bye.
This conference will now be recorded.